the pain like I'm Nagato. Got no father like I'm Naruto. Keep the blade on me, Ichigo. Who really wanna go toe for toe? GTR from Tokyo. Diamonds whipping up on the stove. Lucky man like a 4-leaf clove. Diamonds wanna go and put the
Hello guys, my name is Nagato, and for today's tutorial, I basically got something really cool to show y'all. So from the title, as you can see, I'm going to teach y'all guys how to play classic NES games on your HEN PlayStation 4. And this may hold some value to, older fans, or, older people that were born in, the 80s or 90s that used to play, any classic NES games. I was born in 98, so I'm not that old to be quite frankly, but that's besides the point. But I still played the original NES. I'm a big Mario head, who isn't? So playing games like Balloon Flight, Mega Man, and Duck Hunt and stuff like that will be pretty cool to play on your PlayStation 4 in 1080p for and then for guys who don't own the NES Classic or a Nintendo Switch, or doesn't know how to emulate, this is a very cool method if you do have a PlayStation 4. Before I even get into all the details and all the nooks and crannies into this tutorial, I want to thank Kiwi for basically showing me this method and also helping me out some of the bugs, because I know certain files that I had to deal with wasn't creating the disk ISO properly. So when I try to run the package on the PlayStation 4, it was giving me an error in the PlayStation 2 emulation for RetroArch, the PKG. But if you follow my directions on, you review this video, or if you even contact me on my Twitter, most of the time I'm free. If I don't get back to you, I do apologize. But if you guys have any questions, please hit me up. If you do learn anything from this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment below, and please subscribe. And for y'all guys wanting to know when I do videos, go ahead and hit that notification button so you know when I do my latest updates. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the prerequisites. So what you need is, of course, is a modded PlayStation 4 from firmwares from 1.76, 4.05, 4.55, and 5.05. Either you use HEN, the HEN payload, or MIRA+HEN to basically get debug settings and to run unsigned code. You need RetroArch NES ZIP. Basically, there's a new one out too, so go ahead and just type that in and Google the latest version of it. So because I think the one from like the older version of it maybe was like a beta version, so there may be some bugs. So go ahead and download the latest version of the NES tool. Also, you want to go ahead and download Fake Package Tools 3.38. So Google that. I can't provide links. For the CD Gen PS2 version 3, the original tutorial had version 2, but Kiwi has to update this too, which he told me. Basically use version 3 because I didn't have no problem creating the disk ISO when we basically try to put the ROMs and basically pack it into one file, into one ISO file. This is optional ISO Buster, so if y'all guys have WinRar, I can show you a way how to extract files via WinRar. But also in this tutorial, I'm going to show y'all guys how to extract ISO files for ISO Buster too. Some NES games, go ahead and Google that. X Project self-host to enable MIRA+HEN, or use your PC, whatever you use, or the ESP, USB drive, whatever you use to basically run HEN+MIRA and basically the WebKit. And don't focus on PS4 PKG Viewer. I needed to take that out, but we're going to be using basically a program from Fake Package Tools to extract the PKG. With that being said, I think I got the credits all out the way. Thank you, Marcus, for even making this program. LeecherMan even for making PKG Viewer to extract the PKG, and Kiwi for also helped me. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into this. So what you want to do is go ahead and make these folders, and let me just delete the content. So I'm going to try to explain this better so it all comes together, because I'm going to try to break this down as easily as possible. Go ahead and make a folder. Like, you're going to make 4 folders in total, so go make a folder called Nintendo Games. And basically you want to dump all your games wherever you found it online. Dump it in this folder, okay? Then from there, go ahead and make a folder called extracted NES FPKG. So basically, this is where the extracted PKG will go into later on in the tutorial. And then basically the extracted disk 01 dump, so the ISO dump, will go in here. So once you got those 3 folders done, go ahead and go to the, make another one called PlayStation 4 NES. And basically, from all the downloads you gathered, this is where we're going to be working from. So if you have WinRar installed, you don't have to install ISO Buster. I'll explain that later. But if you don't have WinRar installed, either go ahead and install WinRar or ISO Buster from online. There will both be links in the description for that. But basically, the files you want to download once again is CDGen PS2 version 3. Don't get version 2, get version 3. Fake PKG generator tool, so the 3.38 version, make sure it's this one. Gen GP4, and then basically the PKGs. So the one we're going to be focusing on is Quick NES. And basically, from once you got all your required documents and folders, now we can start getting to work on this. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and go to Orbis pup-chk.exe. And this is the program we're going to use to extract the package file. So this program right here, go ahead and add image. Basically, it's not like an actual image like a bin or ISO. We basically go and look for the PKG. So once you have your PKGs and you extracted it out to your PC, go ahead and go click on Quick NES. Once it does that, it'll take maybe a few seconds. It'll tell you the general information of this. You really don't got to worry about that. What we're going to do now is extract files. What you want to do is hold down 0 all the way down until you can't type anymore. I think it's like 32 characters, because that's basically the passcode. From there, you want to extract it. And then from here, go ahead and select all files. So all files can be extracted. Go to select, and then you want to go to your directory. So from your directory, you want to go to extracted NES FPKG, the one we just made, and then click start. So once it's done, you should get 100%. And then once that's done, it'll tell you in the log if there's any bugs. If there is, go ahead and try to run it again. I didn't encounter anything like that, but that's just safekeeping. So once you got those 2 processes done, what you want to do is go into the extracted NES PKG file, and this is what the stuff that just got dumped from the file. So this first folder right here, go ahead and rename it to SCE_sys, all in lowercase, and go ahead and drop that bad boy right there. So once you dropped it in there, now what you want to do is go ahead and go into the SCE_sys folder, and this is a step that you could do at the end, but I'm wanted to do it now so it's easier. What you want to do now is go ahead and open up that PS4 NES folder, go to fake package files, and just put it side by side. And then from there, you want to go and we're going to open this file, the param.sfo, to the orbis pub.sfo. And what we're going to do now is get the content ID. So this is the long version of the content ID. In this case it's Q, or not Q, I can't even read, CUSB 99999, so 5 nines. Go ahead and copy that. So once you copy that over, where it says image 0, back out to here, you want to basically copy the content, copy and paste the content ID. Oh, if it does that, it says you can't copy it, it's because we have that program open. So give me 1 second. Yep. So once that's done, go ahead and basically copy and paste the content ID here. And then from here, what we're going to focus on now is the image folder. Basically, the image folder has a blank tape template of the PlayStation 2 emulated ISO. So once we extract this either via WinRar or ISO Buster, we basically from there could put our ROMs in and then rebuild the ISO itself. But I'll show you the WinRar way. So if y'all guys mostly have WinRar, if y'all been in the scene and y'all use WinRar for RARs or zips or whatever type files, go ahead, right click, and then you want to say open with WinRar. And if your thing doesn't basically show ISOs and you can open it with WinRar, I'll show you how to get that set up. So go ahead and use any random file on your PC, or just boot up WinRar from using, like, you know, just typing in the little search bar. But once you have WinRar basically open, go ahead and hit options, settings, all the way to integration, and then where it says toggle all, make sure ISO is selected. Once you have that, you just hit OK, and then it's probably gonna pop up Windows admin. And then once it does that, that means it will basically look for ISOs to dump. So from the WinRar method, let me minimize this. Remember that folder we made called extracted disk01 dump? Go ahead and drag and drop, and that's another way, or the way I usually dump ISOs or extract them. But I'll show you the other method real quick too. So once you get ISO Buster, go ahead and install it like any exe. So just follow the prompt. It's pretty self-explanatory. Go ahead and run it. I guess once you and initially start the program, you can automatically run it. You'll get this little menu right here. So first thing you want to do is click File, go to Open Image File, and we're going to basically find the image file. So I'll just start from the beginning. So that folder we made called extracted NES Pkg, go to here, go through the content ID, go to the image, boom, disk01 ISO. Go ahead and click this red button right here, and then voila, you'll see all your content in the folder. And then you just drag and drop, boom. And that's the way how, you know, there's two methods of doing it. So this is basically the other way. So once you get your extracted dump of disk01 extracted into a clean folder, either from which method, now what you want to do is actually boot that folder back up, go back into your PS4 NES folder, and once you got the CD Gen PS2, the version 3.0, which will be in a link in the description, you want to go ahead and run it. And now from here, basically we are repacking the ISO file. So what you want to do is, actually I missed a big step, excuse me, I forgot about our game, so that's a big whoopsie. So before you even do that, go ahead into the ROMs folder, and go ahead wherever you get your Nintendo games from online. I'm not providing links. Go ahead and Control-C and go ahead and paste it over. The game shouldn't take too long because they literally like maybe a kilobyte, like look, 65 kilobytes. So that won't take too long. So once your games copy over, I think I have like 600, so it may take, you know, a few seconds. But once that is all done and dandy and, you know, done, essentially we're gonna go ahead and back into the PS2 generation tool. So what we're doing now is basically repacking the ISO with the ROMs in. Yeah, I'm truly sorry about leading on. I'm going too fast with this process, and the only reason why with that is because I have help from the developer Kiwi, and he was basically teaching me how to like work this from top to bottom, because there were certain bugs with the original CD Gen for version 2, and basically the disk ISO wasn't creating properly. But with that being said, that's why I've been doing this literally for 2 days straight, trying to figure out this, so to show y'all guys. But with that being said and out the way, go ahead and back into CD Gen PS2 version 3.0. Go ahead and minimize that. Go back out, and then you want to copy all of it, or highlight all these folders, put them here. You may get an error, may not. I know I have errors because I guess certain games, or I probably have like, you know, double games in a folder, so I may not recognize them. That's a normal error for me. You probably won't even get the error, to be honest. It's just something that my ROMs do. But once you get that done, you want to go ahead and go to File, all the way down to Save, or no, excuse me, not Save As, but Save Image. And then basically from there, go ahead and you want to go and save the image into this folder. So extracted NES Pkg, this folder into image. And then right here, you want to go to ISO, and then you should see the original Disk 01 ISO. This is the one that is blank, but the one we're going to do now will have the games in it. So just go ahead and back out, or not back out, but backspace, type in the exact same thing, Disk 01, and then go ahead and save it, and then you will get this blue bar that basically tells you that the game is repacking the ISO file, and basically we'll have the games. And before we even start to make it as a PKG, I'll show you how to verify that before basically showing that the games are on the thing. So once you get this message saying the boat has arrived at the port, that means that it has basically made the ISO perfectly and we're ready to go. So go ahead and minimize out that program, or close it out basically. And then from there, what you want to go to is the extracted NES FPKG, because that's where the new ROM has been stored into the image folder right here. And then if you have WinRar installed, go ahead and open this with WinRar, boot that up, and if you see all, go to the ROMs folder, go click there, and then you should see all your games. So if you did it correctly, you should see all your games. So that means we verified that step and we're good to go. So go ahead and exit out WinRar because it's not useful at the moment. Now our goal is to basically make a PKG file. So what you need to do now is go to PS4 NES, go to either if you have the Gen GP4, download that somewhere. I have it in the fake package files. I just basically essentially just copy the same file over to fake package files, so it's all in one area, so it's easier for me. So once you click on it, you get this little prompt screen. What you need to do is click this button, and we gotta find the game. See, you see how the game says Q or CUSA XXX X, the 5 X's? That's basically the content ID. In our case, our content, or not content, but our content ID is CUSB, and it has like the 5, or I think it's 9, excuse me, and I'll show you where it is at, like from our original folder, extract the NES. So yeah, this is basically our content ID. Go ahead and click OK, and then from there you want to generate .gp4, and what it's doing is basically creating a it's basically adding all the files together. So basically when you create the package, it'll just download this one file, call it GP4, or you can save it, which we're going to do now. So once you save it, the GP4, once we run that in PubGen, instead of like adding the chunks like you're doing it for like PlayStation 2 classics and stuff, this file will automatically do that, so you could just build the PKG. So it's a faster method than basically going ahead, copying the whole folder and adding the images. But once that's done, go ahead and open up this folder called Orbis PubGen, and then from here go to File, Open, and then go to the extracted NES FPKG, go to the GP4 file, which is the project file, and go ahead and hit build. For the output, the output path, go to your desktop and just output the PKG right there. And once you have that, click build. Since I already have it on my PKG, or I have the PKG originally on my desktop, that's why this error is popping up. But that's, go through that and just click yes, and you should get a few warning errors. Don't be scared of that. Essentially, that's just some errors that this causes anyway with the fake package files. If you get any red errors or the thing just stops immediately, that means you haven't followed the steps correctly, and basically just make sure to go back through. But once that's done, you should get 100%, and basically it'll say some log messages like the process has finished with warnings. Don't worry about that. Go ahead and close that out, and then from there, move this over. This is our game right here. So the package file, once it's all packed in good, this is basically the NES installer. This is part 1 of the tutorial. I'm gonna wait for tomorrow when I get my capture card. So once I have that all set up and stuff, I'll show you how to run a package file from the PlayStation 4, which most of y'all guys do. But basically I'll do like a little gameplay and a little explanation of me running it. So that's going to be really fun for me to set up for the first time. Like that being said, if y'all guys have any questions, please leave a like or please subscribe. And also, if y'all guys subscribe to me, hit the notification button so you know when I'm making videos. With that being said, my name is Nagato. Thank you for watching, and I'm out. Peace.